So I just had somebody comment and let me know that they're 30 years old, they have 3 kids, and they want to get a divorce, but they're scared to get a divorce, you know, because they're scared to take that first step. So I want to share a little bit about what I did, or like what I went through when I first made the first step in my divorce. You know, I I was terrified to file for divorce. Okay, like I was in a really terrible position, like stay at home mom, 3 kids myself, like I've said, and like y'all know, my kids are special needs. I had been a stay-at-home mom for years. I'm still a stay-at-home mom. I work on social media now. I had just started working on social media. I really wasn't making any money. I still really am not. Like, I don't know if y'all think I'm some millionaire out here or something. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. I'm trying to get my life together still, but I didn't feel like I had a choice anymore. Like, the choice was taken out of my hand. An actual filing for divorce, right? Like, there was a very specific incident where I literally filed for divorce the very next day. I will get to that at some point. Bear with me, please, as I kind of navigate this and this journey of like sharing my life a little more online, and you know, sharing the bad shit instead of just all the good stuff. But anyways, my grandmother had died, right? And she left me a $5,000 inheritance. And when I filed for divorce, I took that $5,000 and I retained an attorney. Like, that was my inheritance, and I used it to get an attorney, and she filed for divorce for me. But it's this very scary thing, especially like if you're not in control of any finances, right? Like, my ex, he worked full time. I was a stay-at-home mom. Like, he in control of all the finances. Like, I had access to the bank accounts, but I wasn't on any of the bank accounts. I had access to one credit card, but I wasn't a user on the credit card. So he was easily able to like remove me if he wanted to, you know? Like, this was a very stressful, scary thing to do. But like I said, the decision was taken out of my hands, and I did finally just go for it. And we still lived together when I did. And it was utterly awful. Like, I'm talking like just straight up fucking uncomfortable. I remember he called me and asked me, "Are you filing for divorce?" And I said, "Yes." Yeah, it got worse from there. But anyways, um, I am a long time out from that day, right? Like, the stress that I was under that day, it has been a very long time since that day. And I live on my own now with the kids. I'm still in the house. I live on my own with the kids. It's a lot more calm, peaceful. Thinking back to that day, that was a really rough day. And honestly, it was a really fucking sad day. Like, you know, nobody gets married with the idea that they're going to get divorced one day. Like, that at some point was the love of my entire life, and my whole entire life fell apart, you know. But navigating the pieces since then has not been an easy time, but it was a very necessary time. And I do promise that it gets better at some point, because time heals all wounds. And I think that's the only thing that really heals anything, you know, is time. Time literally heals all wounds. But nobody, I know that's shitty to hear, because nobody wants to wait for time. And especially when you're in pain or going through something uncomfortable or traumatic or horrible, you know, time moves different during those times. It moves slower. But then it does move. Little by little it does. And things get better and they get easier. And yeah. I don't know, that's just me sharing the very first day, right, of actual filing. A little bit of it, anyways.